W.C. Fields, a master of comedy, left an indelible mark on the entertainment world with his unique style and unforgettable characters. His funeral, however, became a spectacle of its own when an unexpected guest arrived, leaving everyone in shock. As mourners gathered to pay their respects, the atmosphere was somber, filled with memories of Fields' sharp wit and larger-than-life persona. Suddenly, the doors swung open, and in walked a figure that no one anticipated. This guest, known for their own eccentricity and flair, turned heads and sparked whispers among the attendees. The contrast between the solemn occasion and this surprising presence created a buzz that rippled through the crowd. Speculation ran wild as people tried to connect the dots, wondering what could have brought this individual to such a poignant moment. The unexpected arrival not only shifted the mood, but also highlighted the unpredictable nature of life, even in death. As the service continued, the presence of this startling guest lingered in the minds of those present, forever intertwining their memory with that of W.C. Fields. William Claude Duckenfield, better known as W.C. Fields, had a fascinating early life and career that shaped him into a unique entertainer. He was born into a family that did not have much, which influenced his later comedic persona. Fields was not just an actor, he was a versatile performer who excelled as a magician, juggler, and skilled pool player. These talents helped him gain popularity in vaudeville and burlesque shows, where he showcased his comedic timing and physical humor. His ability to entertain a crowd made him a sought-after performer. Fields eventually made his way to Hollywood, where he became a prominent figure in the film industry, primarily working with Paramount Studios. His distinctive voice and style set him apart from other actors of his time. Interestingly, he was offered the role of the Wizard in The Wizard of Oz, a part that many would have eagerly accepted. However, Fields turned it down, citing dissatisfaction with the role size and pay. This decision reflected his strong sense of self and his desire for roles that matched his talents and ambitions. His legacy as a comedic genius continues to influence entertainers today. Co-starring in the film My Little Chickadee, W.C. Fields and Mae West had a complicated relationship marked by mutual dislike. Their differences were stark, particularly in their lifestyles. Mae West was known for her abstinence from alcohol, while Fields was famous for his fondness for it. This clash of personalities made their collaboration on set quite challenging. Despite their differences, the film became a notable part of both their careers, showcasing their unique comedic styles. In his personal life, Fields lived in Laughlin Park, Los Angeles, where he developed a reputation for being somewhat paranoid. He had a particular fear of animals entering his property from the nearby Griffith Park. This concern led him to keep a rifle at hand for protection, reflecting his quirky and often eccentric nature. Fields' life was a blend of professional challenges and personal quirks, making him a fascinating figure in the world of entertainment. His interactions with others, especially those he worked with, were often colored by his distinct personality and lifestyle choices. Fields was known for his unique approach to finances, often choosing to stash money in banks rather than investing in property. This decision reflected his unconventional mindset, as he preferred the security of cash over the risks associated with real estate. Interestingly, his home had a peculiar feature. Cigar butts were often found hidden in the basement. This odd habit hinted at his fondness for cigars, and perhaps a desire to keep his smoking habits discreet. Living directly across from Fields was the legendary filmmaker Cecil B. DeMille, which showcased the close-knit nature of Hollywood during that era. The proximity of these two icons of entertainment created a unique dynamic, as they both contributed to the rich tapestry of early cinema. Their home stood as a testament to the camaraderie and shared experiences of Hollywood legends, where creativity flourished amidst personal quirks and financial choices. The interactions between such prominent figures added to the lore of the time, making their neighborhood a fascinating chapter in the history of film. A tragic incident marked a turning point in W.C. Fields' life, when Cecil B. DeMille's grandson drowned in a fountain at Fields' home. This heartbreaking event deeply affected Fields, leading him to reportedly destroy the fountain and the model boats that had been in it. The loss weighed heavily on him, and it seemed to cast a shadow over his later years. By early 1946, Fields' health had taken a severe decline due to cirrhosis, a condition that would ultimately prove fatal. As his health worsened, he faced the reality of his situation and began to sell his possessions. This was a difficult time for the once vibrant comedian, who had brought laughter to many. He eventually moved into a sanitarium, where he spent his final days. The combination of personal tragedy and declining health painted a somber picture of the man who had once been a beloved figure in entertainment. Fields' later years were marked by a sense of loss and reflection as he grappled with the consequences of both his personal and health struggles. In his final days, W.C. Fields found himself mostly bedridden, a stark contrast to the vibrant life he once led as a beloved comedian and actor. During this time, he often turned to the Bible, humorously searching for loopholes in its teachings. This light-hearted approach to Scripture reflected his unique personality, blending humor with a touch of cynicism. Fields expressed a deep disdain for the world around him, revealing a man who had grown weary of life's complexities and disappointments. Despite his critical view of humanity, there was one person who stood out in his heart: his friend Carlotta Monti. She provided companionship and comfort during his last moments, a beacon of warmth in an otherwise bleak outlook. Fields' final words echoed his feelings about the world, yet they also hinted at the affection he held for Monti, showing that even in his darkest hours, there was a glimmer of connection that mattered to him. The funeral of W.C. Fields was a unique event that reflected his complicated views on religion and his personal relationships. It featured a mix of ceremonies that highlighted the many facets of his life. One of the most surprising moments was the attendance of his estranged wife, Harriet, known as Hattie. Her presence stirred emotions and raised eyebrows among those who knew of their troubled relationship. Fields left behind a significant estate, which included various assets accumulated throughout his career. However, complications soon arose due to his legal marital status and the existence of a son. This situation led to disputes over his will, as different parties claimed rights to his estate. The legal battles that followed were prolonged and contentious, drawing attention to the complexities of his personal life. The combination of his funeral's emotional atmosphere and the ensuing litigation over his estate painted a vivid picture of a man whose life was as intricate as his comedic performances. Fields is often ranked alongside Chaplin and Keaton as one of the greats in early American cinema comedy, with debates continuing over his relative standing in the comedic pantheon. His unique style combined sharp wit, a distinctive voice, and a flair for physical comedy that set him apart from his contemporaries. Fields often portrayed a curmudgeonly character, a man who was both cynical and charming, which resonated with audiences. His comedic timing and delivery were impeccable, allowing him to turn even the simplest situations into laugh-out-loud moments. Fields' influence can be seen in the way he blended humor with social commentary, often poking fun at the absurdities of life. His films, such as It's a Gift and The Bank Dick, showcase his ability to create memorable characters and situations that remain relevant. Critics and fans alike continue to analyze his work, debating whether his style is more aligned with the slapstick of Chaplin or the deadpan delivery of Keaton. This ongoing discussion highlights Fields' significant impact on the evolution of comedy and film, ensuring that his legacy endures in the hearts of comedy lovers